after Tiffany Stratton and Dominik Mysterio interacted on WWE Raw this week. A veteran has said that Mysterio made a huge mistake. The veteran also felt that he should have done something to her. On Raw, Tiffany Stratton tried to cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase, but Liv Morgan was carried away by Mysterio before things got worse. Vince Russo feels he should have done something. On this week's episode of Legion of Raw, industry veteran Vince Russo spoke about Dominik Mysterio and said that the star made a huge mistake by stopping the cash-in on Liv Morgan, where he could have robbed Stratton of the opportunity altogether. By letting her cash it in and then stopping her, he would have made sure that she could not do it again in the future. He even advocated for him to hit her with a superkick, saying that they were professionals, and given the nature of wrestling today, it would be fine. He went on to say that Stratton could take out any male wrestlers, and that these were the finishes that needed to happen. After her appearance on Raw over the past week, Tiffany Stratton was absent on SmackDown this week. One point to note, of course, was that this week's Raw was taped. The reason she gave Nia Jax over the phone was that she had the sniffles. Nia, however, wasn't left stranded and managed to find a new partner and was victorious this week in a tag match against Bayley and Naomi. Dominik Mysterio, son of WWE legend Rey Mysterio, has been on a roller coaster journey since stepping into the squared circle. His rise as part of the Judgment Day faction has been an intriguing one, with fans witnessing his transformation from a fresh-faced rookie to one of the most despised heels in the business today. However, according to a veteran insider, Dominik may have made a major mistake on WWE Raw in a situation involving rising star Tiffany Stratton. In an exclusive interview, the veteran detailed how Dominik had a golden opportunity during a backstage segment with Stratton that could have catapulted his heel persona even further, but ultimately missed the mark. Let's dive deeper into the situation and explore why this might have been a key moment that slipped through his fingers. To fully understand why this potential misstep is significant, it's important to consider Dominik's career trajectory thus far. Stepping into the wrestling world with the weight of the Mysterio legacy on his shoulders, Dominik had a lot to prove. His father, Rey Mysterio, is widely regarded as one of the greatest luchadors of all time, and Dominik's debut in WWE was met with curiosity, skepticism, and high expectations. Initially, Dominik was positioned as a babyface, fighting alongside his legendary father. However, as time went on, WWE's creative team made the bold decision to turn Dominik heel, aligning him with the sinister Judgment Day faction alongside stars like Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest. This shift revitalized his character, giving him the chance to break free from his father's shadow and truly make a name for himself. Fans have since watched as Dominik embraced his villainous side, becoming one of the most booed characters in WWE today. But even with all his success as a heel, there are still moments when Dominik's inexperience shows, and according to a veteran insider, one of those moments came during Raw when he crossed paths with NXT Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton has been making waves in NXT, quickly establishing herself as a top star in the women's division. Known for her athleticism, beauty, and charisma, Stratton has captivated audiences with her performances, and her reign as NXT Women's Champion has solidified her as a future main event player. WWE has been teasing her potential involvement on the main roster, and it was during one of these teasers on Raw that Dominik Mysterio found himself in an unexpected situation. According to the veteran, who has decades of experience in the wrestling business, Dominik found himself in a perfect position to enhance both his character and Stratton's. During a backstage segment, Stratton and Dominik briefly interacted in what could have been a major moment for both stars. The veteran noted that Dominik's failure to seize this opportunity was a critical error. Dominic should have done anything to Tiffany Stratton in that moment, the veteran said. This was a chance for him to solidify his heel persona even more, and it was right there for the taking. A comment and action. A disrespectful gesture, anything could have escalated the situation and given both of them a lot of heat. He didn't capitalize on that. Backstage interactions in WWE are not just filler, they often serve as pivotal moments for developing feuds, alliances, or rivalries. In recent years, WWE has increasingly blurred the lines between the men's and women's divisions, allowing for more intergender storytelling, even if not always in the ring. Characters like Rhea Ripley have benefited immensely from this, engaging in verbal sparring or even physical confrontations with male superstars, which has only added to their star power. In the case of Dominik and Tiffany Stratton, their brief interaction backstage had the potential to become a memorable segment. As the veteran insider pointed out, even a small act like Dominik belittling or dismissing Stratton in a condescending way could have helped cement his character as a disrespectful heel. It would also have positioned Stratton as someone who could stand up to the likes of Dominic and the Judgment Day, further elevating her status as a rising star. There's a lot of potential in having male and female superstars interact, especially when they're both on the rise. Dominic and Tiffany are both young, hungry, and looking to prove themselves, and this was the kind of segment that could have taken their characters to the next level, the veteran continued. A simple insult from Dominic, something like, "I'm the champ of NXT, not you," would have made a world of difference. It would have pissed off the fans, got people talking, and maybe even set the stage for a future confrontation. The veteran went on to explain why Dominic's decision to not take advantage of the situation was such a crucial mistake. As a heel, it's important to stay constantly sharp, always looking for ways to irritate fans and opponents alike. Dominic has mastered the art of being hated, but in the fast-paced world of WWE, missing a moment like this can slow momentum. Dominic's been doing great as a heel, no doubt about it, but this was one of those moments where he could have taken his game to another level. And to be honest, these opportunities don't come around every day. He's got Rhea Ripley by his side. He's got the Judgment Day backing him, but he needs to create more moments like this on his own. By not doing anything to Tiffany, he let the moment pass, and that's a mistake. The veteran emphasized how critical it is for young stars to be constantly thinking about how to push their characters forward, particularly when they're in the spotlight, as much as Dominic has been. You don't want to become stagnant. You want to keep giving the audience reasons to react to you, and sometimes that means taking risks, even in smaller moments. Dominic had a chance to do something that would have added layers to his character. Imagine him belittling Tiffany Stratton on Raw, and then she fires back at him on NXT or social media. It creates intrigue, it gets people talking, and that's how you build a long-term star. While this missed opportunity with Tiffany Stratton might have been a setback, it's not too late for Dominic to regain momentum. He remains a focal point of WWE programming, and as part of the ever-dominant Judgment Day faction, there are plenty of opportunities for him to continue growing as a character. However, the veteran warned that Dominic needs to be more aggressive in seizing moments like the one with Stratton if he wants to avoid becoming predictable.